Hello and welcome to another episode of Region Diary, the show that brings to you special stories from your state. I am your host Priyadarshini Medhi. Alright, let's start this episode with a very interesting story. The Yamantaka Sen mandala, an Asian art form of the Buddhist culture, is imported to the monks as an important monastic course at the Gonse Gaden Rabia Ling Monastery situated at Bomdila in Arunachal Pradesh. The mandala represents a Buddha's divine place of residence. Every color, dot and line in the mandala represents an essential part of the deity and Buddhist philosophy. Here is the story.
This is a Yamantaka sand mandala, an exquisite art from intrinsically woven with naturally colored sand. This sacred art of sand painting is an ancient art form of Tibetan Buddhist tradition. The sand mandalas include geometric shapes and a multitude of historical Buddhist spiritual symbols. The word mandala is derived from Sanskrit word mandal, which means a circle artistically decorated with various geometric figures and symbols. To preserve the Tibetan culture and rich history of the traditional art form, making of sand mandala is one of the important monastic courses of the monastic education curriculum at the Gonse Gaden Rabge Ling Monastery of Bomdila in West Kameng district of Arunachal Pradesh.
जो हम लोग यहाँ पे जो क्लास 11 जो क्लास 10 पास होगी तो क्लास 11 में आने तो हम लोग को ये मंडेला देने होता है तो क्लास 11 वाला को ही हम लोग को मंडेला देने होता है तब इसके बाद वो ये जो इस पर तो फिलर ये चार्टू है तो उसी में हम लोग को फिर उसको ऊपर तो फिर मंडेला और ये बटर स्कल्पचर ये सब भी हम लोग को तो देने होता है.
These students undergo a rigorous training for months to acquire the knowledge of the unique art form, creating the sand mandalas with great finesse. The preparation starts with the collection of fine quality white stones from rivers and streams, which they grind into sand dust along with natural color to give the mandalas an eye-catching look.
जो हम लोग ये जो सैंड जो है जो हम लोग को ये नदी में एक दो पत्थर सफ़ेद वाला मिलता है वो लेके हम लोग को इसको ये कुट के इसको बहुत हम लोग मीन करके तब उसको धुला के तब हम लोग ये कलर जो हम लोग को ये एक फेवरेट कलर मिलते हैं उसी को हम लोग मिक्स करके उसी को बनाते हैं.
Each mandala has a different grid pattern of lines and circles which are drawn very meticulously and in the right proportions. The sand granules are applied into the sketch in great detail by using small copper funnels and scrapers.
मेंटका जो है जो हम लोग को एक तो ये प्रोजेक्टर एक तो होते हैं तो हम लोग को या मेंटका जो तो उसी को हम लोग ये मंडेला बनाते हैं तो हम लोग को तोरिया फेस्टिवल आता है उसमें हम लोग को लोग आदमी ये पब्लिक लोगों को दर्शन करने के लिए यही मंडेला हम लोग को ये इसी तरह का इसमें बना के ये हम लोग को ये तोरिया फेस्टिवल में लास्ट दिन में जो लास्ट दिन है उसी में हम लोग को ये पब्लिक को दर्शन देते हैं.
It takes several weeks to build sand mandalas because of the large amount of work involved in it. Monks conclude their creation of mandala with a special consecration ceremony. Interestingly, dismantling ceremony of mandalas is also solemnized. Once the sand mandala is completed, it is destructed in a ritualistic way with accompanying ceremonies and prayers. The Yamantaka sand mandala is considered auspicious and kept for the public exposition during the annual event of Konsei Garden Rabge Ling Monastery known as Torgya or Bomdila Torgya.
Sand mandala is one of the most popular art form of every monasteries, especially the Tibetan Buddhist monasteries. And sand mandala is one of the very oldest, as far as it is the 7th century old art skills which is being preserved and continued to the present generations. Sand mandala is representing the symbol of like impermanence. A sand mandala takes rigorous training of months together, and after that, when the sand mandala is prepared, after the special annual program which is called as Torgya, after the culmination of that program, the sand mandala is destroyed, it is dismantled and thrown in the river. This shows the impermanence according to the Buddha's thought. Prem Chetri reporting for Northeast Live from Bomdila.
Well, with much fervor and zing, students of Aka and Miji communities of West Kameng districts studying in Guwahati recently celebrated pre-Qingdang and Netri Dao festivals respectively. Both Qingdang and Netri Dao are harvest festivals that are celebrated in traditional zeal. Hundreds of students of both these communities gathered together at Japorigok in Guwahati to revel in the festivities. Boni Sangri Sao, who was the chief guest of the occasion, lauded students of both Aka and Miji communities for upholding the spirit and cultural identity of their region. Explaining the meaning of these two festivals, Sakrin Sao urged the students to preserve their tradition at all times. He also shared a few words of advice, saying they should maintain peace and harmony with the Assamese community and abstain from drugs and other illegal activities. A bouquet of cultural performances by the students marked the celebration of the festival. And moving on now, art inspired by nature is always beautiful and fascinating. The experience becomes more enchanting when an artist carves out a masterpiece from nature. Unlike traditional art with paint and brush, this budding artist from Tripura has got off the beaten track by turning simple leaves into art with the help of a blade and a pen. Here is the story.
The magical melange of art and nature can turn an ordinary thing into an extraordinary piece of art. Meet Tripura's Shubham Saha, who, with his creative dexterity, has created magnificent art pieces out of tree leaves. Using sharp blades and pens as his only tools, Saha has carved images of several famous personalities on leaves that include former President Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar, to his latest piece of art of goddess Ma Durga. Saha also endeavors to dish out strong message of conserving environment among the masses through his unconventional form of art. The budding artist, who has always been passionate towards painting since childhood, also expresses his concern over climate change and pollution through his unique leaf art. Saha's initiative to sensitize masses on conserving environment is indeed commendable, and we wish him all the best for his future endeavors of protecting nature in his unique way. Bureau Report, Northeast Live.
In sync with the rest of the World Rhino Day was also recently observed across Assam, making a pitch for the conservation of the Assam's most precious resource. The World Rhino Day was also observed at World Heritage Site Kaziranga National Park on September 22nd, which gives shelter to the highest number of one-horned rhinoceros in the world. The program was organized by the Kaziranga National Park Authority in association with wildlife organizations like Aranyak Kobet Foundation, Vishwa Prakriti Nidhi. A replica of a giant rhino statue took the center stage during the rally titled Rhino Yatra that was taken out on the occasion. The rally, which started at the Shankardev Sishu Niketan in Bokaghat's Rajabari, was participated by students, wildlife activists and forest personnel. The event was flagged off by Conservator of Forest Kaziranga, G. Ahmed. And holding placards, the students appealed all to protect, to conserve at the gentle giants, which is one of the endangered wild animal species. And now it's time for a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more coming up on the other side of the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Region Diary with me, Priyadarshini. And shifting focus now, several tourists and bird lovers witnessed the arrival of birds like Indian pittas, kingfishers, common moorhen, Durango green pigeon in Jatinga over the past 2 days. Jatinga, which is only 9 kilometers away from Haflong, the district headquarters of Dima Hasao in Assam, is world famous for the mysterious bird suicide phenomenon and peculiar behavior of migratory birds that occurs during the months of September to November. For many years now, it has been observed by the villagers that during the monsoon months between September and November, many bird species die out of mysterious reasons. This occurs especially after dark on foggy nights with no moon in the sky. Although there has been a degradation in numbers of visiting birds due to environmental and climatic change, but the enthusiasm of the birds lovers are still there to witness this peculiar phenomenon. According to external Xiangshai, a local resident of Jatinga said, the number of birds has decreased remarkably, perhaps due to the drastic changes in environment and other factors. For conservation and protection of these winged guests of Jatinga, right from churches, NGOs and civil societies have organized several campaigns to create awareness among the masses.
Aku variety tu यहाँ में देखने मिलेगा नहीं itu दूसरा जाता ना बड़ा है तो
सितंबर महीना से जब फॉगी वेदर होगा सितंबर महीना से अक्टूबर नवंबर लास्ट तक है अगर फॉगी वेदर होगा तो। अच्छा, फॉगी वेदर नहीं होगा तो नहीं आएगा। हम लोग का भाषा में सिमसोलम्बांग बोलता है और अंग्रेजी में बोलता है फूट पीटा, और दूसरा है ज़्यादा से किंगफिशर, हम लोग की भाषा में मासंगा बोलता है, कमा मासंगा से बोलता है। हम लोग ज़्यादा से बोलता है ये क्या बोलता है सफ़ेद करके, और डाक, और क्या बोलता है तो क्वेल भी आता है, और बहुत वैरायटी है।
And well, in an effort to increase connectivity of the northeastern region with the Southeast Asian countries, the first direct flight to Bangkok was flagged off in the wee hours by Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal at Lokopriya Gopinath Bordoloi International Airport. Addressing the media during the launch event of the Bangkok-Guwahati direct flights in Guwahati, Minister of State for Youth Affairs Kiren Rijiju laid stress on the need of increasing connecting of the northeastern region with the Asian countries. And he said that the centre has also endeavoured to increase connecting of the northeastern region with the neighbouring countries, and this air connectivity would boost Guwahati's potential as gateway to the Southeast Asian nations. Well, he further added that the central government and all the northeastern states would provide adequate support to increase the frequency of the flights from Bangkok to Guwahati. Rijiju mentioned that the northeastern region has great tourism potential and steps need to be taken to boost tourist footfall from the neighbouring nations.
গুৱাহাটীৰ পৰা বেংককলৈ এই যেটো আমাৰ আকাশী জানেৰে যাতায়াত ব্যৱস্থাৰ সুচল কৰাৰ বাবে মই বিশেষভাৱে ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াক অসমৰ বৰাক ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ পাহাৰ ভৈয়ামৰ 3 কোটি 30 লক্ষ ৰাইজৰ হৈ বিশেষভাৱে আন্তৰিক কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছো, ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো।
The air connectivity is something which we were lacking since very long time. This is an endeavor of the government of India also to ensure that the Northeast India remains connected, not only with the mainland rest of the country, but with the neighboring countries. I am told that this is a twice a week flight you are starting with, and I hope it will become daily and it will become multiple in future.
And moving on now with the theme literacy and multilingualism, the International Literacy Day was recently observed in Mizoram capital Aizawl. Gracing the occasion as chief guest, Mizoram Education Minister Lalchand Dama Ralte highlighted on the present scenario of literacy in the state and the importance of the basic as well as digital literacy. He also laid emphasis on the need to take steps to increase literacy in the state. And on the occasion of the International Literacy Day, the minister also urged upon the church, community leaders and all NGOs to lend their support in making Mizoram the most literate state ahead of 2021 census. During the event, the consultation meet titled Literacy Drive for Special Eradication of Literacy Project was organized, which was also attended by officials from different departments as well as representatives from churches and NGOs. Well, over 500 two-wheeler taxis that are plying on daily basis in the streets of Aizawl have brought smiles in the faces of the commuters for making them get rid of the perennial traffic woes. And not just that, it has also empowered the local youth with enterprising opportunities. More on this.
The two-wheeler taxi service has brought a sign of relief for the commuters of Mizoram. It has been instrumental in easing traffic congestion and helping commuters to have hassle-free travelling within the state capital. In addition to helping commuters in getting rid of the perennial traffic woes, these two-wheeler services have also brought smiles in the faces of the unemployed local youth. These taxi services have been perceived as a brisk business opportunity by the local youth, as the service has helped many to eke out a living and to earn some extra bucks.
I joined in around March 2017. Usually I start at 6 or 6:30 a.m. and then around till 6 p.m. or like the job required. Like if we get the passengers and like that on. As we can see in Aizawl City, we have a big unemployed problem. So I think from my point of view, it's a good option for the youth of Mizoram. But it really takes a lot of hard work, sweat and sacrifice.
It was started on 2016. Permission was issued by the government at September. So I've started my this taxi running on December 2016. I was among the first of 3. Till that 2016, I've been riding till today.
So far, more than 500 two-wheeler taxi permits have been issued by the Mizoram Transport Department. The permits are issued for 5 years, which can be extended based on the fitness of the two-wheelers. Besides, the rider must wear an ISI-marked yellow helmet and obtain a professional driving license.
We have motor vehicle rules. In these motor vehicle rules, the driving license is almost issued to the professional license to the job opportunities and for their profession. The people are now developed in this development. The manner and etiquette is important in the city. About the traffic rules and for whatever to follow mandatory provisions are there.
The two-wheeler service was introduced by the Mizoram government in 2017 to find a solution to traffic snarls. Not only is it very convenient for passengers in heavy traffic, the fare is much cheaper compared to cabs. With inputs from Isaac Zoram Sangha, this is Shiza Khan for Northeast Live.
Alright, that's all we have in this episode of Region Diary. We will be back next week with lots more interesting stories from the region. Till then, keep watching Northeast Live. Goodbye and take care.